Dr. Nick Araza, Santa Barbara Family Chiropractic. We're talking to you about how to sleep safely without subluxating yourself. Remember, subluxations, postural distortions are most often caused from our repetitive, prolonged, daily postural habits. Okay, so where do we spend between 6 and 10 hours a day sleeping, right? So this isn't actually bed, these are the adjusting tables in our office, but I'm going to get a makeshift bed to show you a couple of different styles here. Ultimately, understanding that best possible position is on your back or the mirror image of your actual postural distortion, but only if you can tolerate that. Okay, so a lot of times we come in so severely subluxated and distorted for so many years of poor postural habits or long-standing injury that to go to normal or ideal postures is painful. The tissues, even though it's good for them in the long run, it's uncomfortable. So I'm giving you the ideal, and then we're going to talk about some of the other alternatives. Okay, so best if you have a postural distortion like a left head translation. If we've talked about that in the office, best is going to be to sleep on your right side with a small pillow, right? So that you're doing this, or on the left side with a big pillow. So you're doing that. Okay, so if you can tolerate that and you can kind of train that in, then that's going to be the best for you at this point. Once you correct that, you would want to start going towards your back, okay? Because the back is going to be the best for a normal, healthy spine. And on the back with no pillow, okay, that's ideal. The mattresses, the best people do with mattresses is a firm mattress. If you have something soft on top, you know, a pillow top or something like that, but a firm mattress that gives support, like the ground. If your body's healthier, it's going to like that. Your worst possible mattress would be like a waterbed, right? I don't know if they still make those. Somebody might have one. Sorry if you do. Okay, so the acceptable postures, we're talking about ideal here, would be on your back. Okay, so ideally, no pillow. Once your spine is healthy, this is going to be very comfortable. It took me about 6 months or so of trying to go with no pillow before it was comfortable, and now I like it. I also, side sleeping is also okay in the realm, and when I do that, you want to have a pillow that's about the size of the distance between your shoulder and your head, right? So that you don't create postural distortion. So really important, a lot of shoulder injuries are caused from sleeping on the shoulder, stacked like this, right? So you want to slide that forward so you're actually more on your lap or the side back area, and you're going to sleep like that. Okay, so you can see from this point, I'm still relatively neutral position. I don't have any sort of lateral flexion or head tilts. Okay, so that's not what we want to do. That's much better. So side sleeping is okay. Back is the best. Worst, never on your stomach. And you can just see ultimately what does your head have to do? It's horrible, right? So subluxation inducing position. If you have to, if you're in the middle of training into a better position, compromise is going to be something like this, where you're relatively neutral spine, you've got your shoulder up, your hip is up, so my spine is still relatively straight. A little too much rotation in the head, but it's better than if you were doing this for a long time. Right? It's uncomfortable. So healthier spines are going to tell you when you're doing something wrong. Take some time to get a healthy spine. The amount of time that you want to do, if you can tolerate it, if you got the time, 9 to 10 hours. That's really, the more sleep, the better. Our nation is chronically underslept, if that's a word, and that's a stressor. A lot of times, though, if discs are injured or if they're not quite in a good state, past 10, they'll swell in the night. That's why we're taller in the morning. But they can swell kind of like if you overpump a tire, right? It creates stiffness. It can create some pain. So 8 hours would be the upper limit there, 7 to 8 hours. But if you can tolerate more, great. Especially if you're working out hard, then you want to have more like 9 and 10 hours of sleep. Okay. A couple of sleep aids. So in terms of things that'll help you sleep if you're having a hard time. One, rhythm. Try to go to bed in relatively the same period of time every day. Okay, that's kind of crazy, but it really helps a lot. Getting up in the morning, same relative time of day. Working out during the day, also a big time helper on sleeping. Turns the brain off when you're so tired you can't think anymore. shutting down electronics. Okay, big time. The light in the eyes at night stimulates us, keeps us awake longer, interrupts us. It's also entertaining. It's like you're not supposed to be entertained at 11, 12 at night. So trying to get rid of electronics, especially like once you're setting up these rhythms a half an hour before bed, shut it down, go read a book, something like that, or meditate. Journaling is great too. Use before bed, or even if you wake up and your mind is racing. A lot of times people have some stressful events and they can't think, they can't sleep, and a brain dump, super valuable. I do that when things get stressful in my life and I can't sleep. I just get up out of bed, just write whatever comes to my mind and just dump it all on the paper, and it usually helps me go to bed relatively quickly. If I don't do that, I'm sitting there trying to just go to sleep for hours and hours, and it just doesn't work, so I just end up getting up and writing that. So before bed, you can dump it, or you can get up in the middle of the night. But those are some really easy, non-pharmaceutical ways to just try to enhance the sleep, which is such a big component of healing. Okay. So any other questions, feel free to ask. I think we got it all. Try not to exercise right before bed. Some people, that messes them up. I'm not one of those people. I can exercise and fall asleep at the gym right afterwards, but to each their own. Okay. So know yourself, listen to yourself. Remember, health is freedom. Sleep's important for it.